Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
We are live. We are live, and we are having this amazing Google Hangout that we've been waiting for to just hear the perspectives of all these beautiful, energetic beings who are here to tell us about how crystals have changed their lives. And I'm so happy to have you all. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so we all know that we love crystals so much. So today I have this sparkly citrine crystal. She has so many rainbows, but her energy is so strong and it's so bright and it's so vibrant. And I want that same energy to reach out and beam out to all you people out there so your hearts can be filled with love and joy and happiness, because, I mean, what's the point of life really if you're not joyful and if you're not happy and if you're not experiencing life to the fullest? So this is what we're doing today. Okay, before we go on, I want to say one important thing. Crystals are beautiful beings, for sure. They sparkle, they help us heal, they help us, through all those stressful periods, they help transform our lives. But the thing is, it's so important to understand what the crystals are doing for us so that, we can become this evolved being that we truly are. Once you start working with crystals, it's not so much about how beautiful they are, but it's more important to know, what is this crystal doing in my life? How is it changing me? How is it making me feel? Am I becoming a much better person as a result? How is it affecting my relationships with others? How can I use all the crystal energies that are available, all the tools, the crystal grids? How can I use all these powers of these crystal beings to help me achieve my goal and manifest my dreams and heal myself, which is truly important, and then ultimately to love myself? Because, once you love yourself, then you become a powerful person. You're confident. You have self-love. You have self-worth. And you feel like you can do anything. And truly, when you've reached that point, you're a balanced out individual. Crystals are here to bring us back into balance. When we are off, it brings us back into balance. And then we become strong and powerful. And we can go out there and beam our lives out there and expand outward and just change and transform in the most amazing ways. So, you know what is in store for you guys today? We have about 5 beautiful beings here with us today who are going to share with you personal perspectives and experiences with their crystals. And because of their sharing today, you will learn something that can help you move on in your crystal journey, help you in your crystal journey, and just transform you in the most amazing ways. So, I'm going to introduce them one by one and just tell you a little bit about what they'll share. They'll say hello and just beam love at you, and then you'll get ready to hear about what they'll be talking about as the show moves on. So welcome, crystal lovers.
So, namaste.
Yes. I'm going to start with Carlos. Hi, Carlos.
Hello. Hi from Portugal.
Yes, Carlos
Namaste.
is coming. Yes, Carlos is coming all the way from Portugal, Lisbon. Yay! And he'll be talking to us about crystal grids. And oh my gosh, you guys, you just get ready, get your crystals in order, because after you've heard from Carlos, you're going to be so excited. So thank you, Carlos, for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. And then we have the beautiful Telah. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Hi, Telah.
Hi.
So happy to have you join us today. And guys, you know what Telah is going to be talking about? Oh, she's going to teach you guys how to explore crystals. When you look at these crystals, they're just not crystals. There's so much more inside. So if you've ever wondered what else is there in your crystal, how else can you tap into that energy? Oh my gosh, you have to listen to Telah. She's here to teach you an amazing side of crystals, and you'll totally enjoy it. So thank you, Telah, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank
you for having me.
Oh, yes. Oh, and my good friend, Indigo Savage. Hi.
Hello. How you doing?
Hi. So happy to have you again. You are really, truly a backbone for this Crystal Google Hangout, and I'm so happy to have you with us today.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
It's a really great group to be part of.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So Slavi is going to be talking to us about his amazing crystal experiences. So you're going to get to hear almost a journey of how he's evolved with the crystal experiences. It's just so much fun. Oh my gosh, you better just tune in. It's so amazing. All these experiences, one experience leads to the next experience, to the next experience, and that's how many of you will find that your journey is. So I'm so happy you're with us, Savage. So welcome, welcome.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so the next person is going to be Patricia. She is almost a crystal newbie, but she has such an interesting perspective on crystals. Hi, Patricia.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to your first Crystal Lovers Google Hangout. Patricia?
And my crystals greet you in the universal name.
Yes.
And we love everybody. We're loving you.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Patricia is going to be sharing with us about how she, even as a new crystal believer or a person who just recently got into crystals, how she got into learning about her chakras and how she started learning how to use crystal sound healing bowls in her crystal journey. It's just so amazing how sound vibration really, really helped her balance out her chakras and everything. So it's so, so beautiful. And Patricia, you are so welcome and we love you. Mwah.
Thank you. Love you.
Yes, thank you. And now we have Slavi. Hi, Slavi, coming all the way from Bulgaria. The joyful Slavi.
It's so nice to be here again.
Yes.
Now I have voice, so I'm not so uptight and shy like the first time.
Yes, you are never shy, Slavi. Your voice was wonderful the last time. It's wonderful now, and you're so, so welcome. So Slavi is going to be sharing another interesting perspective about how to develop relationships with your crystals and how, as a result of developing this relationship with your crystals, how the crystals affect your relationships with other people. Aren't we all affected by, once you get into the crystal journey, you find that your relationship with other people is also affected. So Slavi will be sharing that, and woohoo!
We have new guests, Morningstar.
Yes, okay. So while Morningstar is waiting to sign in, I'm just going to go right ahead and introduce Telah.
Hello.
You are so welcome. So we want to hear about how you explore crystals. So thank you so much for joining, and your perspective is so welcome.
Yeah. So basically, what I was taught about crystals is that I learned from a shamanic friend that whenever you hold a crystal in your hand, especially if it's a naturally formed one or tumbled, not necessarily a perfect sphere or man-made shape, but if it's natural, there's a specific configuration that you can hold the stone in where it feels just right in your hand. It's like, that's it. So just when you hold the crystal in your hand, just kind of keep flipping it around until it feels just right. And it's like, there you go.
Okay.
And that's kind of like my tapping into the world inside the crystal. So that's kind of how I do it.
Okay, so what you're saying is basically that we should hold crystals in a way that feels natural in the palm of your hands, right?
Yes.
Oh, is this this feels really good to me.
Like this one, for this crystal, I'm holding it like this. Yeah, okay. I still need to find the configuration for this one, but it just feels natural, just the way I'm holding them. And so I just hold them, and I either look at them or I just imagine, if there was a world inside this crystal, what would it look like? And then I kind of relax, and I allow like images or information to come to me, whatever is in that world. And then I just start seeing things. And this is rainforest jasper that I have here. And I actually drew a picture of what the world I saw in there. And it was a goopy world. that I
Can you
saw.
put the rainforest jasper a little bit closer to the screen so at least we can see it clearly? The rainforest jasper.
Stone?
Yeah, just can you put it closer to the screen? Uh-oh. Your image just dropped, so
is it my image that dropped?
yeah, but I think you're gonna come on in a minute. In the meantime, let me say hi, Morningstar.
Oh, hi! Sorry I'm late.
Yes, yes you are, but it's in good timing.
I made it.
Yes, you made it. Yes, very nice.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Hi. So, Morningstar, we were just in the middle of having Telah do a little demo for us on. She's basically talking about how she explores crystals, and she was trying to, show us how to do it. So we'll just get back to her.
Can you see my picture again? Or do you see me?
I don't see your picture, but that's fine. So maybe you'll just keep talking, and then hopefully we'll get you back.
Should I turn off my camera and then turn it back on, do you think, or?
I think you're about to just pop up back on the screen. So let's maybe you can just keep talking in the meantime.
Okay.
Yeah, then we'll see if the issue will resolve itself. If not, then we'll skip to the next person, and then we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I basically what I was talking about was whenever there's a natural tumbled stone that you have, or a natural formed stone, there's like a specific way that you can hold it, where it feels just right in your hands, and that kind of grants you access inside of the stone.
Okay.
So, and then you can kind of allow what other images or kind of feelings come to you that are associated with that world.
Okay.
So, does that make sense to you, everybody?
It does make sense to you, and I really would love to see your face. So maybe just get out and come back on.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to the next person, and then we'll come back to you. Okay? Sounds good?
Okay. I think I should come right back on, though.
Okay.
Just a second. I turned off my camera, and then...
No worries. We are all going with the flow. The energy is strong. The crystal energy is strong. Yeah. There you go. Yes!
You see me?
Yes.
Yay!
Okay.
I wanted to show you this picture, though, really quick, that I drew.
Okay.
This is the world that I saw inside of rainforest jasper. It had this goop that covered the entire landscape, and it actually weighed down the trees.
Wow.
So it was a really interesting atmosphere, and the energy kind of felt kind of yucky.
Mm-hmm.
So it felt yucky to be there, but it was really amazing at the same time. So it's so beautiful there. It's worth the yucky feeling that you feel when you're there. So I really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And every time I go back into the crystal, I see something new. And so I'm actually writing a story associated with this world. So it's kind of cool because you don't know what's going to happen next. You know, it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to see, but I'm just going to go there and see what happens.
Yes. So just to recap, what you're really saying is how to get into the crystal. You know, the way sometimes some of us can interact with the crystal by looking at the crystal, and then you get messages telepathically, and then we can translate them by communicating them in word. But what you do is basically interact with the crystal by going inside the crystal and seeing the world that is inside the crystal, and then you put it in images, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Well, it's cool because I'm a Doctor Who fan. I'm a kind of a sci-fi geek, and some people might not think that's spiritual, but for me it kind of incorporates into my spiritual life because it's kind of the way I travel and the way I do things.
Uh-huh.
So I really love it, you know. So.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I'm noticing is that when I switch back to you, then you're sort of out of the picture. So, you know, your image just comes on. But anyway, we might stop by again and talk more about this because this is so interesting. So guys, all you have to know is that, you know, you can look at your crystals in various ways, and it's not only There you go.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Anyway, so it's not only a way of communicating telepathically. You can also get images and impressions from crystals and draw them. So maybe, Telah, that would be a wonderful way for you to probably help other people learn how to do it for themselves. How can we look into a crystal and then bring that information out in a way that's practical for those people who want to see images of things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a really good book by Doreen Virtue. It's called Divine Guidance. She talks about how to enhance all the clairs. The clairvoyance, which is clear seeing, the clairaudience, which is clear hearing, the clairsentience, which is clear feeling, and claircognizance, which is clear knowing. And she has things that you can do in the book that show you what to do to clear all those things out, whatever's blocking that, so you can really be like super perceptive.
Oh wow!
And I think the more that you use this gift, the stronger it gets. It's like a muscle. So.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's another thing I've been studying, which is called matrix energetics, and basically it's a tool to explore consciousness, and I use it to explore my crystals. So I mean, it can be used for healing, but that's not the only application. Even Dr. Richard Bartlett, when he talks about what matrix energetics is, he doesn't really want to define exactly what it is, because if he defines it as something, then it limits it to only being that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he says it could be whatever you want it to be, but it's a really powerful tool for exploring consciousness and just playing with your imagination, which I really enjoy doing. So.
Yeah, so we really just have to be open. We just have to let our intuition be open and just open our minds for the next level and the next level, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just like when I tap into my crystals, I just, I relax and just kind of, I don't try to force it.
Yes.
I just kind of hold my crystals and say, okay, what am I noticing about this world, or what else is there to see? It's like an open-ended question that I ask.
Yes.
And then that allows the information to come in. So don't ask questions like, why am I not seeing anything? Why is nothing happening? Because then nothing will happen,
Yeah.
So you got to be like, if I did notice something, what would I notice now about this? What else is there to see? And even within this world, I was on the planet, and then I went back into the crystal, and then I noticed I was burrowed into the goop, like it was protecting me.
Yes.
And then I thought, I'm going to fly up away from the planet and see what it looks like from the air, So it's really cool that way, too. So it's like a yellow and green planet. And the atmosphere was white. It's not like the blue atmosphere that's around Earth. It's like a white atmosphere, and the sky was white, too. It's really interesting. A lot of the worlds that I see have white skies, which I find to be very interesting.
That is so fascinating. The whole idea of how trusting you are of the intuition and the gift that you have to see other planets and to journey and to just allow yourself to go there is really an interesting perspective.
Yeah, it's really important not to have any preconceptions like this is what crystal's all about. It's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to feel like that. Just kind of go in there with an open mind and an open heart and just see what is actually there for yourself, and it will present what you're supposed to experience, will present itself. So.
Yes. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing that perspective, Telah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people will be interested in finding out how to journey into the crystal world and how to trust their intuition and how to open up all their senses. So it's just not one way of perceiving crystals, but to understand that there's many other ways to perceive crystals. And I'm so happy that you shared that perspective. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Yeah. I made a couple of videos on my YouTube channel too on how to go into crystals and stuff. I'm going to be making more videos.
Oh, nice! I'm going to post all the information at on this video towards the end, and then everyone will be able to find you. So thank you so much.
Can I show you really fast my black tourmaline being?
Yes.
This is a black tourmaline that I have, and I was on the bus one day, and I didn't bring it with me, and I was like, man, I wish I had my black tourmaline with me. And then when I said that, I saw, this is the being that I saw in the crystal tourmaline, in the black tourmaline. He looks cute. He's got arms and legs.
Yeah, but for some reason we can't see your picture.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, oh, well.
So maybe the black tourmaline doesn't want to be seen.
Okay. Yeah, but I thought about it, and that being came to me, and
yes.
he sat inside of me and protected me. It was really cool.
Oh, so that's amazing how you're able to find these beings and just get their images. We would all like to see how black tourmaline really looks like. So unfortunately, today, I guess he or she doesn't.
It's all subjective. It's all subjective. You know, it might appear different to somebody else. You know, so.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it can be anything really. When you go into a crystal, it doesn't have to look like Goopy World. You know, rainforest jasper could be something completely different. You never know, or it might be the same. You know, just be open to experience whatever the universe wants to share with you.
Yes. So, guys, you heard that. Be open to hearing and experiencing whatever the universe wants to share with you. So, thank you so much, Telah. And now we're going to go all the way to Portugal. Yay!
Hello. Good evening to all.
Carlos in the house.
So, we're going to talk about a little bit of crystal grid. I'm going to try to be very short because it's 10 minutes. And I've got some notes here, some topics that we can, I don't know if you are listening me very well, are you?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. You're talking about crystal grids, right?
About crystal grids.
Yes.
So we can talk about 5 major topics. What is a crystal grid? Why do we do some crystal gridding? How, where, and what to do. So basically, a crystal grid is a set of crystals and gems that you put in a specific order to work with them, and so that these stones and these crystals will work together for you as well. This is the basic meaning of a crystal grid. Why do you make a crystal grid? Why not working with only one stone? Well, you can work with only one stone, but when you put a crystal grid, you have an intention. All is about an intention. You have to be specific, or you have to intend. You want to work with those crystals in a kind of a purpose.
Okay, so wait. So what you're saying is that crystal grids are a group of crystals that you put together to work,
yes.
so that the energy can all work together to achieve a specific purpose, right?
Yes.
Because you cannot only use one crystal.
You can work with one crystal, but that is not gridding.
Yes.
Only if you use that crystal in a specific place or with other stones,
Okay.
because the grid is all about getting a set of stones and crystals and put them in a special order and do some kind of work with some intention and some purposes.
Okay, so the intention is important when you're creating crystal grids, right?
It's all about intention. Mainly, gridding is all about intention, and you can choose the kind of intention. It could be personal, it could be general, it could be housing, it could be for healing.
Okay.
These 4 major areas, you can do griddings.
Okay.
How do you make a grid? First of all, as I said, you have to have a purpose, some issues, then some work that you want to do, some insights that you want to get with that specific crystal grid. and then you start, and I say this because is the way that I do things. I start searching. I have a purpose. I have an intention. I want to do that specific grid for a specific purpose. So I start to searching for the stones to use. Basically, mainly, I choose one master crystal. I think one crystal grid should have one master crystal, and then you can choose another set of other crystals and stones and other elements like animal totems, candles, specific objects, pictures, drawings, and integrate it in the crystal grids.
Okay.
Then you may ask, well, I've got all this stuff. I did my research. I chose the stones and the crystals to do my crystal grid. What kind of reading am I going to do? In what way am I going to put all those stones? And then you have to choose a geometry, a kind of placement.
Hold on for a minute. So what you're saying is when we are creating the crystal grids, we have to have a master crystal. We have to have a purpose. Then we have to select the crystals that we want to use on the grid. And then we have to have a master crystal. And then we have to think about the pattern or the sacred geometrical shape that we want to have for the layout.
Yes. I think the choosing the master crystal is the first step because it concerns directly to your intention, your purpose.
Yes.
That stone is going to be the most vibrant on that grid.
Yes.
Then you can choose another stones and crystals that are compatible, let us say, and can some quartz you can integrate in that crystal grid to give a much more vibrant vibration to the crystal grid. But you have to have a master crystal because it concerns with your intention. And then choose the geometry. And lastly, many people don't talk about this, but I choose another stone or another pair of stones or crystals or to make the grounding, because it's very important to make the grounding. When you do a crystal grid and work with it, you get some kind of knowledge, and then you have to make the grounding to embed that knowledge in you.
Oh, that's very, very, very important. I've never heard about that aspect of when you make crystal grids. You have to also ground yourself or use other crystals to ground yourself, to embed or to anchor that energy. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. You have, for me, my experience is that all the grids that I do, I choose a stone or a pair or a little set. That it's not, maybe it's not, well, it makes part of the gridding, but it's not for the purpose. The only purpose of that little set, it's to make the grounding. It's to integrate all the knowledge and all the insights that I achieved by doing this gridding.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
So there are two other small aspects. Where shall we do these griddings? You can do indoors, or you can do outdoors. Indoors, you have to choose a special place. It's called the sacred place. I advise with not so many interference like electromagnetic smog or other devices that have Wi-Fi's and cellulars and computers. that is the sacred place where you're going to greet when you do indoor greeting.
Okay, so you're saying that we can do greeting in two places, in indoors and outdoors. And so when we do indoor greeting, we have to make sure it's away from places where we have electrical circuits and things like that, and at least maybe perhaps have the grids in a sacred place, right? A sacred altar within your house. You can have a special place to make your indoor grid, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Greeting indoors you can do with an altar. That's place. It's that special place that you're going to put all the stones and do all the work, or you can just greet your house or your garden. Well, garden it's more outdoors, but it's at your place, at your home. You can greet your personal garden outdoors. It's when you do some kind of greets outside your home. And listen, if you do, there are some grids that you can be portable. You can choose small stones and make it portable within a pouch. You do the greeting inside your house, and if you want to take out, you put them in a little pouch and do also the placement on outdoors. Outdoors, you can greet your garden if it's outdoors, or go to a specific place to make a greeting. And when you do an outdoor greeting, in these many people talk about, you can use external elements to aim a tree, a rock, some kind of element that is outside, and that's the aiming. And for that aiming, you're going to put your crystal grid. Okay.
Okay, so can you tell us how to activate the crystal grids, and then how to get ready to get that crystal energy going for us? Because we want to know, once we made the crystal grid, what do we do with the crystal grids, and what should we expect after we make the crystal grids?
Okay, let me talk about two brief points. Everybody knows that we have to, when we work with the stone and with the crystal, before you have to clean that, and you clean all the stones using the method that you choose. You clean the space where you're going to put the grid. You can use other methods. And then you have to program the stones. You can program it or not. But if you don't program your stones, you place them on the grid, and then you have to activate it. The activation of a grid is very important. It's that specific time when your intention is sent to the grid. And when you do the attunement to the crystal grid, when your purpose is mentioned, and therefore the activation is a step that you have to do with the crystal grid. How do you activate? Well, there are several ways. Many people use wands, crystal quartz wands, vulgar wands, or with a crystal from the grid, maybe a quartz or so on. I do in a different way because I use a combination of two stones, a limestone and a blue Spiralya blue stone, and put the Spiralya over the limestone, and put these combinations within the grid, and that is how it helps to activate. But
okay, so what you're saying is that we can use a quartz or a wand to activate the crystal, but you use usually limestone and blue Spiralya stone to activate your crystals? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Some people activate it with breath by meditation and keep breathing and focusing and some kind of meditation and some prayers. There are some prayers that are used to activate some grid. But this is very important. Activation of a grid is very important. You have to do it.
Okay. So it's very important to activate your crystal grids because that's what gets the energy going. So you can either do it by using your quartz crystal or by using, like you said, your limestone and your blue petzoli stone, or you can use your intention, which is very important, or you can use your breath, or you can use meditation to activate your crystal grid. Because that's really what we want. We want crystal grid and know that it's ready to go, right?
Yes. What suits best for you? It's the way that you're going to choose to make the activation, but you have to do it. You have to do it. Then all the work starts. A crystal grid may last for the time that you want until you have that kind of work. Might be for a personal, for a general, like a global meditation, for some world issue, like a peace for world, and then when you work with the crystal grid, I advise to take a few moments and make a little meditations with it. We don't have to be an hour or two, no, because sometimes you don't have time for that. But I don't know, just simply gazing for a few minutes and reinforcing your purpose and being calm and getting all that vibration and being aware that that work is being done within you as well. As I say, the stones itself, they don't do. It's your responsibility to develop this kind of work. The stones are here for help us because you attune with your vibration with the vibrations of the stones and with the vibration of the grid. After meditating and getting some insight and so on, I advise you to make a thanking action. Well, you thank whatever you want, or thank you yourself by that kind of knowledge that you achieve.
Oh yes, that's very, very important. Giving gratitude for everything, even the seen and unseen beings that are here to help us, even the crystal beings and their energies, all these things and all these tools that we have right now to help us. We have to always be in gratitude for everything.
I use an image. You know, we all have crystals inside of us. We work. They are important to us. And when you deal with other people, you are dealing with other people's crystals and crystals. And after, when you get some good results and you get attuned with other people, you have to be thankful for that.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing about crystal grids. So now we all know what crystal grids are. We all know how to create the crystal grids. We all know how to set the intentions for a crystal grid. We all know how to be thankful for the crystal grids, how to meditate, and how at the end of this whole process of you creating your crystal grid, either indoors or outdoors, and just waiting for that energy to work on your behalf. At the end of the process, we all know that we have to give gratitude.
And
so,
always for the best.
Yes, always for the best and for our highest good. So thank you so much, Carlos, for coming all the way from Portugal, joining us in this hangout and sharing with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to a latecomer who is very loved, Morningstar. Morningstar. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, sorry,
Thank you for joining us.
I came late.
Yes, but you're still so
Oh,
welcome.
thank you for having me. Yes, I love all my crystal buddies and all my crystals are buddies.
Yes. So Monica is going to be talking about crystals and healing. And she'll probably be giving a few specific examples about which crystals she uses to heal her body and also to heal the emotional self, because you know we are just not body. There is the mental, the emotional, and so forth. So Morningstar, we can't wait to hear about how to use crystals to heal our bodies, because it's really, really, really important. So welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. I do want to talk about using crystals for healing, because they helped me heal my own body so much. And I talked about that at our last hangout, and I told you all the story, but I don't know if I really specified that I'm very physical. I'm ruled by my physical being. I'm not so in touch with, I don't see auras, or, you know, I'm very physical. So the crystals are physical as well, but they have a different energy. And here is my big blobby selenite. Have you ever seen a polished selenite? So cool. And I love this one so much. It's nice and flat, and it's just, it smooths over things so good, you know. And so what I'm trying to say is that crystals help me feel different energies.
Yes.
Because they all have a different molecular structure, molecular vibration. So I've been feeling and handling crystals and working with them for so long now, like 20 years. Back in the 90s, I had a big accident, and I got into the using crystals for meditation and for healing, and they help me feel more of the energetic stuff, because normally I'm just like, you know, solid hands-on. And so I really appreciate them helping me do that, and I love using them for healing any physical ailments, but also emotional support as well. I haven't really gotten into doing the crystal grids, so that is so cool, all that information, and there's a few videos on YouTube. This little 8-year-old is just creating crystal grids out of his own design, and I just love that little boy. And about getting into the crystal, and I think he meant like releasing the energy or something. That was so cool. We all have to check that out.
Yes.
But I really do appreciate crystals helping me feel energy and energetic vibrations. And actually, lately, it's come up. A lot of people have been getting really sick with cancer and other, you know, really serious. Some of my best friends in my life are super sick right now, receiving chemotherapy, and I'm just wondering, maybe I the crystals like to use action, and I feel like that's coming up a lot too, needing protection physically and emotionally from all the radiation and all the diseases that we're being bombarded with.
Okay, so wait, do you think there are any crystals out there that you'd recommend for protection against things like EMF and stuff like that can help people who have diseases or who are experiencing stuff that's caused by seemingly external things? Do you think that there are any crystals that you could recommend to protect us from things like electromagnetic radiation and stuff like that?
Yeah, and like stop using microwaves microwaves for cooking, and which increase your use of these things that are radiating radiation out to us, because there's just too much of it, and I think everybody's catching cancer and developing weird conditions from it all. Especially the children, because children's their skull is thinner than ours, and their brains are getting more affected, and they don't know the difference. They're born and all this stuff is already created. I'm old enough to remember before cell phones and that, so I feel pretty good that I've kind of still use it, you know, but I think crystals help, and I've heard it be recommended to like tape a labradorite on the back of your cell phone. I know a lot of the black rocks, like black tourmaline,
yes,
and
even
amethyst. I'm wearing my amethyst chips today. My grandfather made this necklace for my grandmother a long time ago, and so it's funny how I didn't come from the most magical family, but I did, if somehow I inherited all this crystal stuff and the rocks, loving the rocks and things from my family. It's pretty cool. But I know amethyst is good. I've even heard green aventurine and pyrite, iron pyrite, is also very good for grounding, protecting, but also grounding and abundance, bringing in the wealth, right? Which we all could use.
Yes.
I know that I have a lot of crystal books. I have all these good little handbooks. You know, this one, Crystal Bible, and there's even a new one by Judy Hall, Crystal Prescriptions.
Oh,
nice. And this is awesome because it's A to Z guide for symptoms and using crystals to heal them. There's just like a nice big list here, A, B, C, and you can look up whatever ailment you have. But what I wanted to say is that these other books, they usually have, you know, a glossary at the end, and you can look up a power word, a root word like protection. Yes. And then it will tell you which crystals. You can look it up on your own, and even on the internet you can Google and that kind of thing. But I guess I'm a little scattered. I'm not. I wish I was more prepared, but
okay.
You know, I love crystals so much, and I do them on a daily basis, whatever the situation is, because sometimes it's emotional protection. You need a buffer from people attacking you and whatnot, and I usually, if I can't think of one, if somebody tells me they need protection or they need help with something, I can usually get it off the top of my head, like, oh, use this, you know, rose quartz for self-love. And I have a lot of them memorized, but when I can't think they need healing or protection, I think, and pick up any black rock, any or a brown, you know, grounding river rock, because it seems like the black rocks are really good for protection and absorbing negative energies of all sorts, you know, even the emotional stuff, like smoky quartz and jet, obsidian, all those basic dark ones. I really appreciate those. They help me.
Yes. So basically, I guess what you're trying to say is, from your own perspective, you have you use certain crystals to help you achieve certain purposes. But the thing is, so everyone else out there, even though Morningstar has her crystals that she uses to help her in her healing, to help her ground herself, everyone must always listen to their own intuition. And if you're guided, maybe to get information from books, if they resonate with you, that's fine. But if you feel like there's another stone out there that is useful for you, for grounding or to heal your body, always trust that intuition. Right, Morningstar?
I didn't catch the last end of what you said there because my connection is pretty bad and it's breaky. The sound is very breaky.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
hope,
sorry.
can you guys hear me all right? I hope that my voice is coming through clearly. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up.
I can hear you, but it's all broken up. Yeah, I can't. It really isn't. This one isn't a good
Savage, can you hear
connection.
me clearly?
It's so out of it right now. I'm not connected.
Oh, Savage, can you hear me clearly?
Not clearly, no.
Oh, okay.
It's very breaky. Everyone talk. It's my connection. It's my computer is so crappy. It's really small and crappy. But maybe I could, you know, I could put some crystals on it and make it better. I could like put a little grid around my tower, you know. And
exactly. So, okay, thank you so much, Morningstar, for sharing your thank you so much for sharing your perspective on crystals, Morningstar.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You are so welcome.
I just wanted to show up and say hi.
Thank you so much. You're so welcome, and we really appreciate you always.
Thank you so much. And I'm sending love. I'm sending crystal blessings and love to you all. And I want to think about this more and next be able to be more specific. And yes, thank you so much. After it's done, I know, because I want to learn more about the crystal grids and you know, even how to put them around your head and everything. So, and you know, I can talk forever. So I'm
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, love you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so love you. Okay, so we've heard some amazing stories. Now we're gonna hear from Savage. Savage, hi Savage. Savage is going to be telling us a lot about his crystal journeys and his most important crystal journeys and how one experience leads to the next experience and to the next experience. So Savage, we are so happy to see you and welcome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to share some things about the comparisons I've noticed between my pets and crystals. I've always been connected to animals, and I've always loved dogs especially. I've had some amazing ones over the years, but there's always been certain ones that were just very special, you know, that you had an intimate bonding kind of connection to. And, you know, same way with crystals, you know, I love them all, but there's always one that seems to be for you, you know, it's perfect. But they just seem to know what you need, you know. If you're sad or in pain or whatever, you know, they seem to come to your aid and try to help you with that. And you know, if you're lonely, you know, they'll bring friends into your life, and you know, all those kind of things. And dogs are here to show us unconditional love, you know. And I feel crystals are real similar in that way.
Yes.
You know, just so many similarities, you know. But I just kind of wanted to share that. But I always recommend the amethyst quartz, you know, the crystals, because you know, they just were so powerful for me, and just, you know, I carry them with me continuously all the time. When I first got into crystals, the first thing I really bought was a shamanic quartz.
A what? A shamanic quartz?
Yeah, it was an amulet that it was actually a stone. I had it made into an amulet, wrapped it with gold filled wire, and you know, wore it all the time. And always carried a amethyst with me in my pocket too, always. Well, one day I left the house. You know, I took my amulet off and my quartz crystal and laid it beside it, and I was working on my amulet, you know, trying to fix something that was wrong with it. And I, you know, got ready to go, and I forgot to take them with me. And I was in a big meeting. It was a, you know, a metaphysical meeting, and there was a lot of mediums and psychics there and stuff. And when I left, I just felt really attacked, you know, like psychically attacked or something. I just didn't feel right. Like I don't know, they were trying to steal my energy, or make me feel like I was less than I really was, Well, I didn't realize it until I was on my way home that I didn't have my crystals with me. So the first thing I did when I got home was get my crystals, and put my amulet on and, carry my amethyst.
So,
and then,
hold on. So what you're basically saying is that crystals, especially the ones that you wear around your body, can also be used to protect you against, energy drains of whatever nature, right?
Oh yeah, I always felt like
duppies.
Pardon? I always felt like they
protect you from duppies.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
They created a protective aura around you, and just helped you, keep away negative energies and negative thoughts and all the negative things, and just had a real calming effect. And that day that I didn't have them with me, I really regretted it, and I've never done that again. But
okay.
But I feel like you carry them with you like that. They just connect you to inner self, and in a real subtle way, and you just kind of have to pay attention to what you're feeling, paying attention is real important, to be in connection with your body and your emotions, and one of the big things they always help me with too is dreams, and they just in my dreams I would sleep with different crystals, and that helped me know what their personalities were, the crystals' personalities.
Yes.
Yeah, what just what kind of energy they had, and how they affected me, and whether I liked them or not, or whatever. I've had a couple that I didn't really care for the energies, but for the most part, they're all pretty positive, But yeah, they just the dreams, with the dreams, they just seem to teach you a lot, about yourself and about life in general and different things.
Yes.
Yeah. And they can be crystals can be a lot of fun too. I know whenever I'm traveling, I'm always looking for metaphysical shops to stop and visit and, meet people, and, I can usually always find a couple crystals to buy, that I like. That's usually not a problem. But, yeah. And just recently, I had a vacation. We went to the East Coast, and I spent several days on the coast in Salem, Massachusetts. And that was a really amazing experience. I just fell in love with the place, There's just all kinds of metaphysical shops there. I mean, all over the place, They call them witch shops, but they're really metaphysical shops.
Yes.
And lots of crystals and, oils and different things. But one day I was there, and we were staying right on the beach, and it was the day of the super moon. And I walked down to the beach and was going to, watch the moon come up, the moonrise. And I found a rock on the beach to sit on, and a nice big rock, and sitting there relaxing, enjoying the view. And I looked down beside me, and I saw a rock that was laying in the sand. It was partially buried, and I saw it, and I reached over and picked it up, and I'll show you, there was a Native American hand axe.
Oh, that's a Native American hand axe, a rock that you picked when you were at the beach during your vacation in Salem, Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right beside me, Can you imagine all the synchronicities that were involved in me finding that relic, I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how these rocks just tend to find us?
Right here. Where it was chipped, to make a sharp edge,
Mm-hmm.
to, like chop small trees or whatever, they used them like a like an axe.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. But that's kind of, you know, the synchronicities like that in your life. That's kind of what crystals bring to you. You know, it just starts becoming more and more common. They you know, connect you with people, places, and things that are important to your growth, your happiness. You know, and just really amazing. But
yeah. So basically, what you're saying is just you're sort of explaining all the relationships and all the ways that crystal interactions have helped you. Like, you kind of are saying that, you know, crystals almost remind you of the relationships you have with your pets, how you connect to them, how you love them, and how they love you back. It's the same way you feel about crystals. And then how you use them for your dreams, and how they've led you to places, and you've now ventured into metaphysical stores and sort of now found out, oh, there's a whole nother world out there. You know, there's so many other interesting things to explore. And not only that, they've also helped you find good relationships with people, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Right. People in Salem were amazing. I was so surprised, you know. I always had a preconceived notion of what East Coast people would be like, you know. And it just wasn't that way at all. They were so friendly and intelligent and spiritual. Just really, I didn't want to leave. You know, it was a beautiful place. But, you know, crystals have done all those things for me, you know, and brought all those things into my life. And, you know, I met Caroline through crystals, and we developed an amazing friendship, and I just cherished that. And, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing how crystals have really connected all of us. You know, it's such an amazing experience, and such an amazing interaction that it's hard to describe. You know, the way my interactions with you and with Slavi and with Patricia, with Telah and with Carlos, so many other people, it's just, it's unexplainable. So crystals are definitely bringing people together. So Savage, thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us. And I wish and I know that you're going to have many, many more experiences that are going to be so expansive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. Yes. So now we're going to go to a new crystal lover, Patricia. Patricia. Hello, can you hear?
Yes, I can.
Yes, we are so happy to see you. So Patricia's going to talk about, you know, how she learned about her chakras as a new crystal lover. She learned about her chakras and how to balance them, and how she got her crystal bowls and so much more. She's such a sweetheart, and we can't wait to hear her story. Patricia, you're welcome.
Hello, I'm so glad to be here. Could I ask, I wanted to ask Indigo, does his crystals, are your crystals talking to your fish on the wall that talk?
Right. Yeah, they all get along pretty well, I think.
All right, that's a family.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway, I love your fish. I love your fish, your talking fish. But anyway, I love crystals. I love the crystal master that is our leader. Because because I don't know, I'm in now my 54th day of coming out, and just I didn't know what to do with myself, so I immediately went to the internet, and I met a lot of people saying a lot of things. But anyway, I ran into a YouTuber, and they were talking about bowls, singing bowls, and I said, first of all, I got from this company called Mind Something, and they were talking about chakras, and I said, what in the world is a chakra? So,
yes.
the lady began to talk about the third eye. I said, oh my goodness, the third eye. I got a third eye up here. But anyway, she began to expound on the 7 chakras. And so I took this test. She had a test. And it pertained to the 7 chakras. And I gave my answers, and all of my chakras were blocked. I said, I know they are.
That's not good.
You know, the trouble I'm in, you know, the trouble I'm going through, and the bad life I've had, I know they should be locked down, much less blocked. But anyway, and I got my chakra test back. It said that only one was weak, and that was my throat. And see, I talk so much, I don't know how that could be weak. And I have so much information, so I'm a motor mouth. But anyway, she said my throat chakra was weak, and the rest of them were blocked. So I panicked, and I was going to buy her $249 thing to release them, and then I moved on to another site that said something about singing bowls. Well,
okay.
And they were according to your chakras. Your the 7 singing bowls that I bought, crystal bowls. They are, they represent each chakra.
Yes.
And I said, I must have these. I must have these so I can work on my chakras, because I don't have $200. But anyway, I needed $500, but I'm glad. But how did I found a shop. I found a New Age shop. And I went in.
Yes.
And it was glorious in there. They had everything in there. A little bit of everything, but I saw the bowls, and I ran to them, and I asked the man how much they were in. But anyway, I bought that one bowl home, and it was one thing I wanted to work on. I knew I needed to work on since I didn't have all the money. He wanted to lift $1,400, but I found a heart bowl. I know my heart needs to be worked on.
That's where to start. Yeah.
Because I didn't want resentment and bitterness and unforgiveness and all that stuff to be in my heart.
Yes.
From what I've gone through. So I bought that bowl. It was expensive, and I brought it home, and I played that bowl, almost put a crack in it.
Yeah.
I sang that, but I had that bowl singing. I was.
Yeah.
And that bowl, I don't care what anybody say, that crystal bowl, it like saved my life, because it brought healing to me. So that resentment and hatred and so forth wouldn't set in.
Yes.
From years and years, even my childhood, of what I've been dealing with. So anyway, when I was purchasing this bowl, this one heart bowl, I was standing at the counter waiting for the man to ring my stuff up, because he had a lot of customers. And so anyway, my back was turned, and all I saw was bowls when I came in. So I didn't see any what you call them, I didn't forget you, baby. Crystals. I didn't see any crystals.
Yes.
They just hollered at me. They said, "Mommy, how can you not know us?"
Yes.
How can you forget that we are crystals? But anyway, the crystals were behind me, and they were on the floor. They don't take good care of those crystals in there. And they were on the floor, and it was like they were calling to me or doing something to my back. And so I turned around, and there was a whole floor of crystals on this board, a quartz crystal like this one. And this baby introduced himself to me. He said, "You've got to take me home."
Oh, yes.
"You've got to take me home now." And I love him. He cost me some money, but he is worth it. He is worth every penny. And I love him, and he's been helping me. You know, they say that use the green. I have all 7 of the chakra crystals, and green is the heart bowl, and green is the heart chakra crystal. And I use it. I use it to realign my chakras, and you know, try to do what you call it, balancing, and bringing them back. But I learned yesterday I need an aura light crystal, and I'm gonna get my hands on an aura light because I need that. So anyway, I bought baby boy, and he has been good to me. Let me tell you what he did.
Yeah.
On the way home, the car stopped, and I put him in the window of the car in the dashboard. Do you know the engine change is, oh my goodness. The energy from this boy, this crystal, this quartz crystal, it caused the car to energize, or the engine change. Oh my goodness.
I completely believe that. Yes.
and I said, oh my God. So I bought a bag of them, crystals, and I put the crystal bag on the dashboard, and I got home. Do you hear me?
Yes, I completely believe that. I believe that.
It blew me away that a crystal could do that. And then when I got home, I went on YouTube again, and that's when I met the master, the master crystal queen.
Oh my gosh!
And you know, she was just, oh my goodness, she was just awesome. And I said, well, I gotta get that crystal. Every time she would show a crystal or talk about a crystal, I had to get it. But anyway, I got a lot of crystals, and they all haven't served me yet. And I am like Caroline said, don't try to, you know, the book tells you what each one does, but don't force anything on the crystal. The crystal has enough wisdom to know what I need. So that's what I do. I do like Caroline say, I let it tell me what it wants to do, because it's been around longer than I have.
Yes, you're right.
And
about
I
that.
have never, and they really do talk to me. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Okay. So
I turn around. I turn around and I said, "Who said that?" And I said, "Oh yeah, that's right. Caroline said they talk." And I love it. I love it. I love it. But anyway, my crystals have not failed me. You talking about being like somebody was saying earlier about being alone.
Yes.
When I get that alone spirit or whatever it is, I was having these meltdowns where I just bust out crying for no reason at all, and a crystal will call to me. They'll just like a puppy dog would come up and rub his leg on you.
Yes.
Well, they come and they rub on my I don't know, my energy or whatever it is, and then I go and pick it up, and it it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be just up your vibe. You'll tell me. So I'm ecstatic about my crystals and about you crystal people.
Yes.
I love you guys. Like, you know, I love my crystals because of my crystals, I have met you guys.
Yes, of course. Yes.
And crystals, I don't know how I lived or existed without them. I really don't.
Your journey is just continuing. So this is just the beginning of everything. Yes. And I really, really appreciate you sharing about your journey with your crystals and how driven you have been in trying to explore crystals for yourself and learning how to balance your chakras. Chakras, for those who don't know, are energy centers in your body, and how you have used your crystal singing bowls. Obviously, the crystal singing bowls produce a vibration that resonates at a certain frequency, and those vibrations are recognized by your chakras, and they can really help to expel and dispel and push out energy. So if you've never tried sound healing therapy, maybe you need to find a good sound healer, or you should learn how to use crystal singing bowls or Tibetan singing bowls for yourself. They really, really, really create a different kind of atmosphere, and they truly raise your frequency. So Patricia, I'm so excited to have you on and for you sharing your story with us today. And we thank you so much. For lack of time, we'll say bye to you now. And then we'll go to Slavi, who's been waiting all this time, all the way from Bulgaria. Hi, Slavi.
Hi, sweethearts.
Hi, welcome.
First, I want to use the situation to thank Carlos, Telah, you, Caroline, Patricia, Indigo, and Morningstar were just great. What they experienced, what they shared with us on this hangout.
Yes, thank you.
So I'm gonna talk today about developing relationship with the crystals and how this impact the people around you. So we all develop relationship with the crystals we buy and own. It's very important to create one relationship with them because the connection is the most important thing into your journey with the crystals. Crystals help us to raise our spiritual level and improve our vibration. It's very important to know that getting close to a crystal sometimes is something we need to do so the crystal can help us.
Yes.
Yeah, we must be able to open ourselves to them, to open yourselves to the crystal, to talk to them, to share what's in our mind with them, because they're alive things. The crystals can understand anything you say to them. So, yes, so new crystals always came to us into our lives by some reason, and especially when it's time for them to step up into our journey. Crystal teachers, guide us, take us everywhere where we need to go, and give us knowledge. How to grow, love, expand, and how to teach other people with our experience.
Yes.
There is many ways to develop a relationship with a crystal, and it's all about energy and communicating with them. It's very important. That's why I chose this subject to speak about. My advice is meditate with the crystals and talk to them, wear them with you, hold them into your hand, and listen to your crystals. Listen to your crystals. This is very important thing to do. Most of people uh, just speak to the crystals, but never almost listen to them. This is very important to listen to your crystal, your intuition. That's very important. Listen to your crystal, and it will give you the message you are looking for. So once a deep connection is established between you and the crystal, you can start your spiritual experience. And don't forget to thank your crystal for everything they do for you, because thanks is very important thing you could give your crystal, because any thanks to anything you do is putting you into your high step and spiritual growth. So, yes, there is a people who sometimes complain that the crystal doesn't connect with them at the first time, which happens sometimes. But yes, just give it time to the crystal when it doesn't respond to your vibration right now, because everything comes into your life for a reason. And it's very important you to be patient with the crystals. But one connection is established, nothing can stop your team up with this crystal and, you know, your energy vibration together with it. So,
Yes.
how affects it the people around you? Some people think that it's crazy idea, you know. Some people just look at you aside and just say, "Oh my gosh, what kid is finding those rocks?" You know. Some people pretend that they support you, especially around my circle. A lot of people just pretend that they support you.
Okay, so hold on. So
Yeah,
what you're talking about right now, you've just finished telling us about how to establish relationships with our crystals. So what you are talking about right now is how your relationship with crystals affect your relationship with other people, right?
yes, that's what I'm
Okay.
talking about.
Okay, go
How
ahead.
how your relationships with the crystals affect other people, because it's a lot of people just uh, look you like they just don't understand it, you know. They just cannot really get into what are you doing. And you know, that's what I'm saying. Some people think this is crazy idea. Some people pretend that they support you, and some people just really support you. But remember,
Yes.
the other people's opinions doesn't define you who you are. You
Yes.
know, their intentions and points of view doesn't define who you are. Just follow your own truth and your own path.
Yes.
You're here because you are. There is a reason. You love crystals. You meet crystals because there is a reason. If other people doesn't accept your journey, this is their problem. You know, not yours. It's about you.
Yes.
People who care about you will find a way to be into your life and accept the path you are going to. It's all what's matter. And
Yes.
don't be discouraged when people walking away from your life because of the crystals. Because I always doubt that people who walk away from your life is doing a favor for you.
Yes.
You always can find my advice to the newcomers. We will always find amazing, great people who are into crystals, like all of us here, to accept who you are and the path you are going to. And it's really amazing experience, you know.
Yes.
And what I want to say the last, the crystal are best choice, and I've done, and I still feel amazed that I discover much more and more about the crystals because they show that the miracles exist, you know. The
Yes.
most strongest experience is to find yourself and find the light to shine your path of your existence. And the
Yes.
crystals are amazing beings, and they can teach us so many things and bring us closer to the greatest form of existence. So don't be discouraged, and you see how powerful and strong relationship you can have with your crystals. And part of one beautiful magical world of life, love and acceptance.
Yes.
So
Beautiful.
this is my message for today, because this is how I feel that things are. That it's amazing to create relationship with your crystals. Just do not forget the crystals can be really great partners and show you the path and expand love from you to other people.
Yes.
So it's something amazing. So
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Slavi, especially for that very, very important statement that you have made, that it doesn't matter whether you lose friends on your spiritual path. If crystals have come into your life for a specific purpose, just always remember it's for your own spiritual evolution. It's always going to help you raise your frequency. It's always going to bring more light into your body. And as long as more light comes into your physical frame, darkness will have to depart. So anything that does not support who you are as a human being will leave when the crystals come into your life. And that's perfectly all right, because on the other end of things, there are amazing things waiting for you. So never be afraid to let go of what's not working. Never be afraid to change. Never be afraid to transform. Crystals are high frequency beings that raise your vibration. And when your vibration is up there, what's down there cannot touch you, will not touch you, will have to go. So just get ready for the amazing, healing, loving journey of crystal transformations. So I want to thank everyone who showed up on this panel today to share their crystal wisdom. from all perspectives. I honor you. My heart honors you. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, you bright, loving, beautiful beings. You are so loved. I'm even getting emotional. And I thank you all. So we send out the love energy to all crystal lovers who will be hearing this information. We hope that your hearts will be open and expanded to receive this wisdom and to always know that you're loved and supported. We will be having our next hangout in September. We hope to see you and many other new people have other new people join us to just, keep increasing this energy no matter what. The crystal train has left the station and we are going forward. So thank you, everyone, and bye, and see you next time.
Send you all my
Thank
love
you,
to
Slava.
everybody.
I needed to hear that, Slava. Thank you so much.
Yes. Bye, guys. Love you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for doing the thing.
Thank you.
Bye. Mwah.